Have you ever felt that strange sensation? That the universe isn't just around you, but somehow within you? That perhaps the boundary between what's out there and what's in here is just an illusion? The ancients knew something we've forgotten. A secret, hidden in plain sight, etched into the very fabric of reality. As above, so below. 4 simple words that could transform how you see everything. In a world drowning in information, yet starving for wisdom, we've become masters of dissection, but forgotten the art of connection. We analyze everything, yet understand nothing. What if the greatest minds across history, from ancient mystics to quantum physicists, have been circling around the same profound truth? That the universe isn't just something we observe. It's something we're intimately part of. As above, so below. As within, so without. These words, inscribed on the mysterious emerald tablet thousands of years ago, may hold the key to understanding the hidden pattern that connects everything in existence. But this isn't just ancient philosophy. It's a principle so fundamental that it appears everywhere once you know how to see it. From the spiraling pattern of a seashell that mirrors galaxies, to the rhythm of your heartbeat echoing cosmic cycles. What if the greatest illusion isn't that we're separate from the universe, but that we were ever separate to begin with? Our modern world has trained us to fragment reality, to dissect it into smaller and smaller pieces. We've become masters of specialization, but lost sight of the whole. This fragmentation has left us disconnected from nature, from each other, and from ourselves. But what if there's another way of seeing? A perspective that doesn't divide but unites. The ancient Hermetic masters discovered a profound truth, that the universe operates as a unified whole, with patterns that repeat across all scales of existence. As above, so below, reveals that the macrocosm, the vast universe, and the microcosm, the individual human being, are reflections of each other, governed by the same universal laws. The patterns of the cosmos exist within you, just as you exist within the cosmos. Scientists mapping the neural connections in the brain discovered something astonishing. They're structurally identical to the cosmic web of galaxies. The same pattern, repeating at vastly different scales. Coincidence, or evidence of a deeper principle at work? From the microscopic dance of atoms to the majestic movement of galaxies, the same mathematical principles appear again and again. The spiral of DNA echoes the spiral of a galaxy. The branching pattern of a river delta mirrors the branching of our lungs. But this principle goes beyond mere physical resemblance. It suggests a profound unity underlying all of existence, that the same fundamental laws govern both the cosmos and consciousness. The outer world and your inner world are not separate realms, but reflections of the same reality. This ancient wisdom challenges our modern perception of separation. It whispers a revolutionary idea that the boundary between out there and in here is an illusion created by our limited perception. What if the greatest mysteries of existence aren't found in distant galaxies or subatomic particles, but in the relationship between them? What if you are not merely in the universe, but the universe is also within you? Throughout history, 2 paths have sought to understand reality: science through observation and mysticism through inner experience. We've been told these paths oppose each other, but what if they're actually converging on the same truth from different directions? Quantum physics has revealed that particles once in contact remain mysteriously connected across any distance, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. This quantum entanglement suggests that at the deepest level of reality, Separation is an illusion. The universe operates as a unified whole. The principle of as above, so below reveals itself through fractals, patterns that repeat at different scales. A neuron in your brain branches like a tree, which branches like a river delta, which branches like the cosmic web of galaxies. Nature doesn't reinvent its patterns, it reuses them across all scales of existence. Ancient wisdom traditions understood this principle intuitively. In Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, the human body embodies perfect mathematical proportions, the same divine geometry found in galaxies and atoms. The human form itself is a living expression of cosmic mathematics. Your very body reflects this cosmic pattern. The branching of blood vessels in your heart mirrors the branching of rivers on Earth. Your lungs branch like trees, which branch like lightning in the sky. Your DNA spirals like galaxies. You are quite literally a microcosm of the universe. But as above, so below extends beyond the physical. It suggests that consciousness and matter are not separate domains, but interconnected aspects of the same reality. Just as the physical universe follows mathematical laws, consciousness follows patterns that mirror the cosmos. So as within, so without. The second part of this ancient principle reveals an even more profound truth. Your inner state shapes your outer reality. The chaos or harmony within your mind manifests in the world around you. This isn't mystical thinking. It's how perception and projection literally create your experienced reality. Modern neuroscience confirms that we don't perceive reality directly. We construct it. Your brain receives sensory data and creates a model of reality filtered through your beliefs, expectations, and past experiences. Change the filter, and you literally change the world you perceive. This isn't just philosophy, it's practical psychology. Two people can experience the same event completely differently based on their inner state. One sees opportunity where another sees threat. One feels connection where another feels isolation. The outer world becomes a mirror reflecting your inner landscape. The ancient Hermetic teachers understood that to change your outer circumstances, you must first transform your inner world. Like tending a garden, you cultivate the landscape of your mind, and that cultivation inevitably manifests externally. This principle reveals the true nature of personal power. You may not control all external circumstances, but you always have the power to transform your inner state. And in doing so, you change how you perceive, interpret, and respond to the outer world, effectively changing your reality. Ancient traditions worldwide recognize these connections between the cosmos and human consciousness. In astrology, the positions of planets were seen to correspond with psychological states. In Eastern traditions, the chakras of the human energy system align with specific elements and cosmic forces. When you understand that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, that the same patterns, laws, and intelligence operating in the universe are operating within you, meditation becomes a doorway to cosmic consciousness. By exploring your inner universe, you gain insight into the outer universe. Some quantum theorists propose that consciousness itself may be a fundamental force in the universe, not just an emergent property of the brain, but a field that interacts with matter. Your thoughts and intentions may literally influence the quantum field that underlies physical reality. As above, so below, as within, so without, ultimately reveals that the separation between you and the universe is an illusion. You are not merely in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself from a unique perspective. This is not poetic metaphor, but the deepest truth of your existence. The ancient alchemists understood this principle at its deepest level. Their work wasn't just about transforming lead into gold. That was merely a symbol. The true great work was the transformation of the alchemists themselves, turning the lead of unconscious patterns into the gold of awakened consciousness. Carl Jung, who deeply studied alchemy, recognized that we all carry a shadow, aspects of ourselves we've repressed or denied. When we project these unacknowledged parts outward, we see them in others and in the world. The outer world becomes a mirror reflecting our inner landscape, both light and shadow. This principle offers profound guidance for personal growth. By becoming aware of your inner patterns, your beliefs, thoughts, emotions, you gain the power to transform them. Mindfulness practices allow you to observe your inner world without being controlled by it, creating space for conscious choice rather than unconscious reaction. As within, so without reveals that what you consistently cultivate in your inner garden eventually manifests in your outer experience. Your habitual thoughts are seeds that grow into the reality you experience. This isn't magical thinking. It's how your perceptions, decisions, and actions shape your life circumstances over time. Ancient traditions worldwide recognize that humans embody the same elements that compose the universe. Earth corresponds to your physical body, water to your emotions, fire to your energy and will, air to your mind. By bringing these elements into harmony within, you align yourself with the natural order without. This principle has profound implications for health and well-being. Your physical body is a microcosm that responds to the same natural laws as the macrocosm. When your lifestyle aligns with these laws, proper nutrition, movement, rest, mental harmony, your body naturally moves toward balance and vitality. The principle extends to our social relationships as well. Your inner state radiates outward, affecting everyone you encounter. When you transform your inner conflicts and cultivate peace within, you naturally become a source of harmony in your relationships and community. At its deepest level, as above, so below, points to the ultimate unity of consciousness. Just as a wave is both individual and one with the entire ocean, you are both a unique expression of consciousness and inseparable from the universal consciousness that permeates all existence. This ancient principle offers a profound invitation to recognize that you are not separate from the intelligence that creates and sustains the universe. The same creative power that forms galaxies flows through you. By aligning your inner world with universal principles, you become a conscious participant in creation rather than a passive observer. The Hermetic axiom reminds us that spirit and matter are not opposing forces, but complementary expressions of the same reality. The spiritual isn't somewhere else, it's the inner dimension of the physical world. By understanding this principle, you can live as a bridge between worlds, bringing heaven to earth and infusing the material with meaning. Modern meditation traditions invite us to directly experience this unity through contemplative practice. By quieting the chattering mind that creates separation, we can experience the seamless continuum between our individual consciousness and universal consciousness. In deep meditation, the boundaries between inner and outer dissolve. The principle reveals itself throughout nature. When bees construct a honeycomb, they create perfect hexagons, the most efficient shape for maximizing space while minimizing materials. They don't study mathematics, yet they embody the same intelligence that governs the cosmos. The universe's wisdom operates through them, as it does through you. This understanding offers a profound choice in how you live. Will you remain unconscious, reacting from conditioning and fear, allowing your inner chaos to manifest in your outer life? Or will you become conscious, aligning your inner world with timeless wisdom, creating harmony within that naturally extends without? The journey of embodying this principle is not unlike a metamorphosis. The caterpillar, confined to crawling on a single leaf, transforms into a butterfly that soars with a vastly expanded perspective. Similarly, when you transcend the illusion of separation, your consciousness expands beyond its former limitations. This ancient wisdom also reveals that apparent opposites are actually complementary aspects of wholeness. Light and shadow, order and chaos, masculine and feminine. These aren't opposing forces to be conquered, but polarities to be harmonized within yourself. True power comes not from dominating one side, but from integrating both. The principle of correspondence extends to the practical realm of daily habits. Your small, consistent actions compound over time, creating your larger life experience. By consciously designing your daily rituals, you're literally programming your inner universe, which inevitably manifests in your outer reality. Modern neuroscience reveals how this principle works through neuroplasticity. Your brain physically rewires itself based on your habitual thoughts and practices. When you consistently cultivate states of presence, gratitude, and compassion, your neural pathways literally reshape to make these states your default experience. All human creativity embodies this principle. When artists, inventors, and visionaries create, they channel higher ideas into physical form, literally bringing as above into so below. They become conduits through which the unseen becomes seen, the formless takes form, the spiritual manifests as material. This understanding gives new meaning to the concept of responsibility, not as burden, but as creative power. You are constantly planting seeds in the garden of your mind. By becoming conscious of which seeds you plant and nurture through attention, you participate in creating the reality you experience. This principle reveals why cultivating inner peace is not selfish, but perhaps the greatest contribution you can make to the world. Your state of consciousness creates ripples that extend far beyond your individual experience. By bringing your inner world into harmony, you become a source of harmony in the collective. From this perspective, human evolution is not just about technological advancement, but the expansion of consciousness. As more individuals awaken to the truth of as above, so below, recognizing their inseparable connection to the whole, humanity collectively moves toward a more harmonious, integrated way of being. The invitation of as above, so below is to consciously participate in your own evolution, to climb the spiral staircase of awareness that leads from the illusion of separation to the reality of unity. Each step involves bringing more of your inner landscape into harmony with universal principles. The ancient temple builders understood and embodied this principle perfectly. They designed sacred structures that mirrored celestial patterns, creating spaces where heaven and earth could commune. Their buildings weren't just physical structures, but technologies for aligning human consciousness with cosmic order. You too can become a living temple, a sacred meeting point between heaven and earth. Through contemplative practices, you open yourself to receive cosmic energies from above, ground them through your being, and express them in your earthly existence below. You become a conscious vessel through which universal intelligence flows. What keeps us from fully embodying this principle? Often, it's our conditioned beliefs about our limitations and separation. The walls that seem to contain your potential are actually constructed from thoughts you've accepted this truth. As you question these beliefs, the walls begin to dissolve, revealing the boundless reality of who you truly are. The journey of embodying as above, so below often unfolds in stages. It begins with intellectual understanding, deepens through direct experience, and culminates in lived embodiment. At each stage, your sense of self expands, from isolated individual to connected being to expression of the universe itself. In the alchemical tradition, the great work culminates in the chemical wedding. the integration of opposites within the individual. Masculine and feminine, rational and intuitive, active and receptive. These complementary aspects unite, creating a whole greater than the sum of its parts. This inner unity naturally manifests as outer harmony. To live this principle fully means to become a bridge between realms, deeply rooted in the earth while open to the cosmos, embodied in the physical while connected to the spiritual, present in the moment while aware of the eternal. You become a living axis mundi, a central pillar connecting heaven and earth. Perhaps this ancient principle points to humanity's next evolutionary horizon, moving from unconscious separation to conscious unity, from fragmentation to wholeness, from discord to harmony. As more individuals embody the truth of as above, so below, we collectively create a world that reflects the order, beauty, and intelligence of the cosmos. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. This Hermetic axiom isn't just an ancient philosophical concept. It's a living principle that invites your participation. By aligning your inner world with universal truth, you become a conscious expression of the cosmic intelligence that pervades all existence. The boundary between you and the universe dissolves, revealing that you are not merely in the universe is also in you. The journey of understanding as above, so below is itself a reflection of the principle. As you walk the spiral path inward towards self-knowledge, you simultaneously expand outward into cosmic awareness. The deeper you go into your own nature, the more you recognize your connection to everything. This principle ultimately points to a profound truth. The boundary between self and universe is an illusion created by limited perception. In the deepest states of meditation, mystics throughout history have directly experienced this dissolution of boundaries, recognizing that consciousness itself is not confined to the body, but is the very fabric of existence. The Hermetic axiom describes a continuous flow between the unmanifest and the manifest, between potential and expression, between spirit and matter. This is not a one-way movement, but a dynamic cycle. Spirit descends into form, and form evolves back toward spirit in an eternal dance of becoming. This understanding transforms our relationship with the divine. The cosmic intelligence isn't separate from you, existing in some distant heaven. It's expressing itself through you, as you. The boundary between human and divine blurs, revealing that you are both the creator and the created, both the observer and the observed. This principle invites a profound paradigm shift, from seeing the universe as a lifeless machine of separate parts to recognizing it as a living, interconnected whole with consciousness at its foundation. This shift doesn't reject science, but expands it, integrating objective knowledge with the subjective dimension of experience. As you embody this principle more fully, your presence itself becomes transformative. Your inner harmony naturally affects the field around you, bringing the outer world into greater alignment with universal order. This isn't about imposing your will, but about becoming so aligned with cosmic principles that harmony naturally radiates from you. The principle applies to consciousness itself, which exists at multiple levels. Below is the subconscious, the hidden patterns that shape your experience. In the middle is your everyday awareness. Above is the superconscious, expanded states of awareness that transcend individual identity. True wisdom comes from integrating all three levels, becoming conscious of the unconscious and opening to the superconscious. Modern research into heart intelligence confirms what ancient traditions knew. The heart is not just a pump, but a center of intelligence that can bring your entire being into coherence. When your heart, mind, and body align, you become a tuning fork that resonates with universal harmony. naturally bringing your surroundings into greater coherence as well. Throughout history, humanity has oscillated between different ways of knowing. Ancient cultures intuitively understood the universe as a living whole. The scientific revolution fragmented this view, focusing on measurable parts. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new synthesis, one that honors the precision of science while reclaiming the wisdom of wholeness, bringing as above, so below into our modern understanding. Living this principle doesn't mean rejecting the material world for the spiritual or abandoning rationality for mysticism. It means integrating both, being fully embodied while spiritually awake, practically grounded while cosmically aware. You become a bridge between worlds, bringing heaven to earth and elevating the earthly toward the divine. The ultimate invitation of as above, so below is to become a fully integrated human being, aligning your physical body, emotional nature, mental faculties, and spiritual essence into a harmonious whole. When all these aspects of your being work in concert, you become a clear channel through which universal intelligence expresses itself. This understanding doesn't require you to retreat from ordinary life. In fact, it invites you to dive more fully into it, to bring extraordinary awareness to ordinary moments, to infuse mundane activities with sacred presence. The most profound spiritual practice may be finding the cosmic in the common, the infinite in the intimate, the extraordinary in the everyday. As you develop your consciousness, you gain the capacity to perceive reality from multiple levels simultaneously, seeing both the particular details and the unifying patterns, both the individual expressions and the collective whole. This multidimensional awareness doesn't negate any level, but embraces them all, recognizing that each offers a valid perspective on the infinite complexity of existence. The ultimate expression of this principle is to become so aligned with universal truth that you become transparent to it, a clear vessel through which cosmic intelligence flows unimpeded. This doesn't mean losing your uniqueness, but allowing your individual expression to become a perfect channel for the universal. You become, in essence, the universe knowing itself through your unique perspective. Perhaps as above, so below points to humanity's evolutionary destiny, to become conscious participants in cosmic evolution. As we collectively awaken to our true nature as expressions of universal intelligence, we move from being passive inhabitants of the universe to active co-creators, aligning our creative powers with the greater patterns of cosmic unfoldment. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. These words echo across millennia, inviting us to recognize the perfect correspondence between all levels of existence. From the dance of subatomic particles to the movement of galaxies. From the patterns of your thoughts to the patterns of your life circumstances. From the microcosm to the macrocosm. One intelligence expresses itself through infinite forms, inviting you to awaken to the extraordinary truth of who you really are.